All right, it's 12:01. We'll get started. Welcome to Lunch and Learn, presented by Coda Bears. My name is Bill Golis. I'll be presenting today. Today we're going over customer shipments and tracking in Epicor, Connecticut. So, customer shipments, what are they? Well, we have to have a valid sales order to make a customer shipment. By definition, if we want to ship something else and track it, that would be a miscellaneous shipment when there's not an order associated with it. So if I wanted to send samples to a customer or something, I could do a miscellaneous shipment. Today we're talking about customer shipments. So how do you know what's ready to ship? There are a couple of reports that are handy. There's the scheduled shipment a report. It shows all of the outstanding order releases by due date and order number, order line, and order release. That's in material management, shipping, receiving reports. The scheduled shipment can be filtered by customer and of course, you have to enter your end date. It's going to show everything prior. Here's a quick example of what that report looks like. It's hiding here somewhere. Here we go, scheduled shipments. So you're going to see here, I filtered this by customer because there's a whole bunch of scheduled shipments in this database. So you can see the two orders that we'll be working with today are these for Coda Bears here, 5466 and 5467. And you can see on here that it has the sales order, the line, the release. It has the ship via, the order quantity. Also, if it's shipping from inventory, it'll show you the warehouse. If it's shipping from a job, very important distinction, it'll show a job number that is linked to the order, and we will do both of those when we ship. All right, that's the scheduled shipment report. There's also a sales order pick list. This shows the open sales order releases that are due within a date range. So you can look at, just today or just next couple of days, so you can prepare those orders, pick them for shipping. That's also located in your sales management, shipping, receiving. We ran that report as well. Here it is for our pick list. So this is just, again, I just filtered on customer. And for this week, here's the two orders that we're going to be shipping from. And you can see how this breaks it up by release and with your date. And it also shows on here the warehouse and bin if they're available. And if you're shipping from a job, that job's also listed. That's the sales order pick list. Customer shipment entry is where the shipping is done from. That's located in your shipping, receiving, general ops. You need to enter your sales order number to get the information that's on the order. Then you're going to enter your line and release that you're going to ship, verify the info that'll auto-populate, and then you can add stuff as needed. Your comments, if they're not already associated, your tracking number, if you're shipping by a small package like FedEx or UPS, things like weight and other package information. Here is our sales order entry screen. As you can see, it's going to have on there, information on the order, who entered it, who you're shipping to, who it's sold to, the things that you want to add. If you select your package and you have packages created, a length and width and height will also populate. But you do have to enter your tracking number manually. You can copy and paste that from either your FedEx or your UPS World Ship, and you can retrieve those tracking details by clicking on that button here, tracking details, if you have set up a tracking URL in your ship via. And I will show you that as well when we get to our demo. So once we create our header there, we have to create the lines. So are we shipping from the inventory or job? That should populate automatically. We have to enter our order number, line and release, and enter the quantity if it's different from the release quantity, because what's going to auto-populate is the quantity that's on your release. Here is your line detail here. You can see this particular one is from inventory, so it did populate here. And with the warehouse, you'll have to select the bin generally. It populated our total weight because that's on the part probably. I didn't verify that part. And then if we were shipping from a job, it would have the job number here. And again, this is going to populate with the quantity from that release. If it is different, you have to change it. If a quantity meets the quantity or exceeds it, and the shipped complete will automatically become checked. If you are shipping less and you want to still close that release, if you had 100 pieces and you're just going to ship 99, but your customer has agreed, hey, that's good, and you can manually select the ship complete at that juncture. Then you're going to print your pack slip and label if you like. And for your shipment, you can then email that to your customer, or you can attach it to the physical shipment. Note that on the pack slip, that for base product, the tracking number is not on there. So you would have to customize your base pack slip to be able to print that tracking number on there. And if the URL and placeholder are set up properly in the ship via, then you can track that by hitting the tracking details button that I did show. And when you do that, if it's populated properly, it's going to show up here. It just basically pulls up a view of the web page with the current status that you would see if you did that manually by going to UPS or FedEx or DHL or whatever. All right, let's go over our demo now. And let me change screens here real quick. We're going to go to our Epicor instance. You should now see a Epicor Kinetic home screen. We are going to go to shipping, receiving, general operations, and from there, customer shipment entry. We want to do this in Kinetic, so we'll load that up. We're going to see all of our existing A records load, and then we're going to create a new customer shipment, and then we need to enter our order number here, and we can search that, but I happen to know the one that I entered here. We're going to go with 5466, and you can see it populates our ship date as today. It brings our customer information in, and we're ready to go. Now, if I select a package here, and we have packages that are created, this one's called a box, that's going to populate your length and width and such. I happen to have a tracking number handy here that is valid. Let me pop that in to here. I'll have to grab that here in a minute. And let's create the line first then. So once we have our header created, we're going to create our line. We'll go to our line details here, and we're going to create a new line. Our order number pops in. We're going to do line 1 and release 1. And notice that it populates our quantity from that release. This is shipping from inventory. We need to select our bin. We will pick a bin here, and I don't think there's any quantity in there. If not, it's going to warn us that we're going negative. I don't care today. And then this is okay. So because if you have multiple releases on the order and you close and you have the line locked where the quantities from the line to automatically decrement as you add releases. So if you had 100 pieces on the line and then you did a second release for 50, it would decrement the first release to be 50 as well. And if you did a third release for 25, then it would decrement the first release down to 25. If you have the line locked. In that case, you have to leave a release one open until last. So if you close that release, it closes the line. So what we're going to do here, we're going to ship actually a release 2, and then we'll be okay. Okay, so this release has 5. That should allow us to do so. Let's go ahead and save that. And we're going to need a bin. Go ahead and create that same bin, and we will save. We're going to go negative. We don't mind that for today. And once we've done this, we can also go in and we can add the tracking number, which I will do, and that's at the detail level. I'm going to pop that in here, and once that's populated, and the tracking details becomes active, we're going to save, and I'm going to click on that, and we should have a URL in there because I set it up for UPS, and there it shows that the package is on the way. This is actually for me, so I knew it was on the way, and that's how you can track an Epicor. Let's go ahead and create one more shipment, and this one's going to be from a job, so we're going to go back to our shipments. We're going to create a new shipment. Here's our header. For our job here, it's going to be 5467, and we will save that. And we're going to go ahead and create the line now to make a new line, of course, line 1. Now you see how that populated right in here with the job number. That's because on the sales order, a release was marked as make direct, and I created a job to make to the order. So this can ship directly from the job without being put into inventory. It says that we're shipping the full 20. You see that we show ship complete. If I put in here just 15, that should now not show ship complete because we haven't met the quantity. So there's still a 5 remaining. I could choose, though, to say complete here, and then we're going to be a 5 pieces short. And we're going to say yes and close that release. Now we're going to go back and I want to talk a little bit about what is probably a better way, an option for you all from CodaBears. So if you noticed, the tracking is a bit challenging because you have to put in the actual tracking number into Epicor manually. CodaBears has a PS FedEx integration tool where it's going to connect the SQL databases of both FedEx WorldShip and FedEx Ship Manager, a software. So once you complete the shipment in UPS or FedEx, you can just push a custom button in Epicor where it's right here. You can see where it says sync with Epicor, and that is going to synchronize those tracking numbers with the pack slips automatically. So if you made 10 UPS shipments, once you push that button, it's going to sync them all back into the proper pack slip without having to go and manually get them and put them into Epicor. To further this tool, we have a product called Quick Print here at CodaBears. So if you have both of these in conjunction, once you have the tracking number synced, and you can just press this button here to print it straight to a PDF. This will print in about 1 second faster than a base Epicor report. The report, which is customized for you, will have on it a tracking number, of course. And you can also hit the little envelope here, and that will kick off Outlook, and it will automatically attach that PDF to the Outlook email, and the program will look up the proper email for that customer, and you can just put a quick note in there. Here's your pack slip. Thanks much. Or that can be done automatically, and with a couple of clicks, you've sent that to your customer, and you also have a record in your Outlook sent items where you can see when you sent it and who you sent it to. This is a very useful tool. A lot of our clients like that. If you want more information on this, go to codabears.com/products, and you can see that there's the shipping integration as well. There is a YouTube video that shows one of the quick prints. I believe it's the customer statement one, but it'll give you a real good idea of that. This is a nice tool, and if you want more information on that, you should just send an email to sales@codabears.com. And that's my presentation on customer shipment entry and tracking.